And it's time for another matchup in the second round of the Big Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So here we've got the table. And if you remember, in the last matchup, the Red Stripe moved past the Cruz Campo to book its place in the quarter-final. And if you've noticed as well, and you'll notice from a couple of matchups back, that the San Miguel is now in the second round instead of the Rheinbacher, because they had a head-to-head because the San Miguel wasn't in the championship at all. So we gave it a chance to get in, and it is in the second round. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the Red Stripe that has moved into the quarterfinals. But what will it be up against? Well, we're going to find out now. It's going to be up against one of these two beers. We have got the Stella Artois in a can. I did say I would get a 4-pack of cans. Stella Artois can only find the pint cans, so there you go. And that is going to be up against a bottle of Perlenbacher Lager, which is only available in bottles. So here we go. Yeah, Perlenbacher Lager is still in there. Stella Artois is still in there. Well, what can I say about these? Let's talk about them for a minute. So yeah, Stella, better than I thought it was. Which is not saying a huge amount about it, really. Does that say it's brewed by Budweiser? That's interesting. Let's have a see. Does it say? I think it's about 4.6. 4.6% ABV, which is still a reasonably decent strength, I think, for a lager. And it's up against Perlenbacher, which is 4.7% ABV. So just beating it there. Start a tiny bit. I was trying to think of the word, then I couldn't think of the word. That's a shame, isn't it? Just nosing ahead there with 4.7%. 330ml bottle, pint can. But there's not much else I can say about it. Apart from, let's get these cracked open into glasses, and then we'll get the taste test underway. Okay, beers poured. A bit more of a head on this one than this one, but they are both dissipating quite quickly. So let's crack on, eh? First of all, let's tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Now, let's have a little look at these two. So, looking at it, a lot more bubbles coming up to the top on that one than that one. So that's interesting. Very few bubbles coming to the top on that one. Looking at the colour, very similar colour. I don't think there's much of a difference there. Possibly a little bit more amber in that one, I would say, possibly. But I don't know. Let's get a nose on it. So, I'm going to get a nose on the old Rivington one first. So that's smelling a bit malty. Get orange in there, it's a little bit rustic. Smells quite nice. Smelling grassy. Say grassy, orangey, a little bit of syrup, a little bit of malt, a little bit of brown bread. Yeah, smells quite nice, that one smells quite nice. Let's get a nose on this one now. So a bit different, that one. It's a bit fresher in the smell, less malty. It's a bit more zingy, a bit more citrusy. A bit more citrus forward, but there is a little bit of malt in the background. I'm liking the smell of both of these, but for different reasons. It's going to be an interesting taste test, this. So, yeah, I mean, let's go from one to the other for a minute. Let's do a bit more nosing. Yeah, so that one I'm definitely getting. Oh, what was getting? I'm getting a bit of Marmite in the smell on this one. Or Twiglets. We know what Twiglets are. Smell about that. Which is interesting for a lager. And as I say, you know, brown bread, a little bit of orange. And that is zesty and lemony. And interesting. Okay, right. I'm not going to think which is which. I don't really think I know which is which yet. I can't remember much about these beers. I remember liking them both. I don't remember much else. So, let's dive in with this one. Cheers. So nice and dry, a little bit of bitterness, lovely biscuity finish. Yeah, it's quite dry, it's quite bitter. It's got a nice little biscuity finish there. Considering it had a lot of bubbles racing to the top, it's quite smooth, crisp, refreshing. Drinkable. As I say, got a nice bit of an aftertaste there. It's decent. It's a decent beer, that one. That is, I'm enjoying that. Okay, let's have an initial taste on this one. Okay, here we go. Cheers. That's also quite dry, with a bit of bitterness, a bit of maltiness. Hasn't got the aftertaste though. This one possibly not quite as clean as this one. I don't know. I really don't know which one's which out of these two. They are very similar. They've both got quite a decent level of bitterness. They're both quite dry. It's got a nice taste to it, that, but I haven't got much in the way of an aftertaste. On the finish, it's just kind of lingering with a bit of bitterness, but not really. There's not really anything else there. This one, I'll do a bit more swirling. This one was definitely getting a nice little aftertaste on it. Let's go again. There is a bit of a savoury note, but that kind of twigletsy taste is in the flavour there. Not a big fan of that. I think that might just be the bitterness just coming across as twiglets to me, because twiglets can be quite bitter. And it might just be the bitterness that my brain is perceiving as that kind of flavour. But I'm certainly getting twiglets in the smell, because it's just that kind of rye bread kind of smell, like whatever they're made of, that kind of, yeah, it's kind of rye kind of smell, taste, kind of toasty taste of the actual, twiglets themselves, not the stuff that's on them. And then a bit of that marmitey smell in there. That's really bizarre. I didn't think I'd expect either of these to smell like twiglets, but there you go. If I hold it in my mouth, that kind of twigletsy taste kind of disappears. And I'm just left with a nice crisp bitterness. And yeah, that aftertaste is nice. It might swing it for this one. Yeah, I mean, the twigletsy taste I'm not a massive fan of, but what my brain is perceiving as that is probably not what it is. So I'm not going to hold that against it at all. It's got a nice bit of bitterness, a nice bit of dryness. It's very crisp, it's very refreshing. It's got a lovely aftertaste. Let's go for the other one. Let's try this one again, see if it's got any chance. This one tastes less clean. It's got a bit more maltiness to it. It's got a decent amount of bitterness to it. It's not a bad beer by any means. Nice bit of flavour. Not much of an aftertaste. It is a close one. They're both decent beers with decent levels of bitterness, I think. These two. Which I know they are anyway. I know one of them's Stella and the other one's Perlenbacher, and I know about both of those, I think, are fairly decent beers. So, here we go. This one is going to go through. The aftertaste just takes it. They're both very similar in every other aspect. Say the twigletsy taste is just me. It's just my brain playing tricks on me. If I don't focus on that, I don't taste it. So it's got a nice bit of maltiness, a bit of rye bread in the flavour. It's nice and crisp, nice and refreshing. Lovely biscuity aftertaste. It's lovely and smooth. This one's less smooth. So that one's smoother than that one. That one has got, I think, a slightly nicer flavour. It's cleaner than that one. It's got a better aftertaste than that one. This one's going through. Gonna guess that this is the Perlenbacher. Gonna guess that this is the Stella. But perfectly happy to be proved wrong, because then the better beer's going through, isn't it? Let's face it. So, I'll be back in a minute when I found out which is which. Well, no matter how hard I try to knock out these macro commercial brews, it keeps on failing me and I keep on losing, because it was this way round. This was actually the Perlenbacher. As I say, very nice beer. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, decent beer. It's quite a cheap beer. It doesn't cost a lot, really. This is a dearer beer, essentially. It costs more to buy. But yeah, I'm getting that twiglety taste in the taste. Now, that's something I don't usually get from Stella. So again, I'm not going to hold it against it. Definitely the same beer. It might be something to do with this particular can that's giving it that taste. But what it is giving it is a nice little aftertaste. This doesn't really have any aftertaste, which is interesting. I didn't expect. Oh yeah, that's got a nice aftertaste to it. That's Stella Artois, nice aftertaste. I did not expect that at all, and that's in a can. So what can I say? I've had canned Stella before. I haven't had a twiglety taste in canned Stella. I am giving Stella a good chance though by using the cans and not the bottles, because we know it is a bit of a culprit of light strike in its green bottles sometimes. So let's give it a good chance in the cans. Impressed, gotta say, I am impressed. It's a nice beer. It's drinkable. It's tasty. It's refreshing. Not all of them taste of Twiglets, but I happen to like Marmite, so that's all right. But again, I don't think if you get a can of Stella, I don't think you're going to get Marmite in the taste. Let's face it. That's nice though. That's got there's something nice about. I keep using the word nice, but there's something really tasty about the Perlenbacher lager. More so than the Perlenbacher Pils. I don't know what it is, but there's something almost comforting in the flavour. It's crisp. It tasted more clean now. I think because my head was thinking Stella, Perlenbacher. Possibly I was tasting a little bit more dirtiness in it. Now I'm not tasting as much dirtiness in it, but I don't know. But again, that's not what swung it anyway. There's still no aftertaste. The aftertaste, as so many cases, the aftertaste swung it. Some aftertaste beats no aftertaste. I'm sorry, it just does. So there you go. Perlenbacher gone out of the championship. I don't want all the big not that Perlenbacher's not mass produced, but I don't want all the big name lagers that are mass produced and possibly overpriced to be in this semi-final. I really don't. So, it's blind. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up. At the moment now, what we've got: Carlsberg Export, we've got Red Stripe, we've got this, we've got Madry still in it. What else have we still got? That's it. That's the 4 that are in it so far. So the first 4 in the quarter-final, we've got Carlsberg Export, we've got Madry, we've got Red Stripe, and we've got Stella. So let's hope the smaller beers do better in the second half. Otherwise, we're going to end up with, finding out that these big, massively brewed beers are, let's say, the best ones you can get at the supermarkets. Let's hope some of the knockoffs are better, but we'll find out on the next time. Until then, have a good one.